I'm Lewis with City Palms Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. This is
Justin with City Palms Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
so we already went over some basic movements so far. The last one was how to maintain mount and X choke. So we're going to follow up from that today. Justin, you want to get on your back, sir? So I'm in the mount position. Let's scoot back here. I'm in the mount position with Justin. My toes are touching, knees out wide. I have a good base. I put my hand in Justin's collar here, setting up for the X choke, which he doesn't like. So he grabs my arm with both of his arms, which is what usually will happen, and which is already setting up to grab one of his arms, whether he's doing this or he just tries to protect his neck, which is kind of silly. Usually they'll grab your arm and they'll try to trap and bridge one way or the other. So I keep my base out and I don't stay over the center of Justin. I kind of lean out so he can't bridge me that direction, really locking it down. So as I'm here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring my right knee up as high as I can, collecting Justin's arm right here, already making it part of my body to where he can't pull it back down to the mat. And my left leg, if you can tell, I have to straighten it out a little bit. I try to keep it to his butt, keeping him locked in, but I slide up as far as possible. And then I will position myself up a little bit more to where I can put my weight on my right leg and still keeping my left leg tight to Justin's body, trying to apply some type of pressure. What I'm going to do is come up almost like a 90-90 position, but it's going to be the S mount. I like to grab the arm here at the wrist. You can go for the hand. I don't like to get into the finger fight game, so with wearing the pajamas, I like to either grab his wrist or get it away completely, which is pulling up on his wrist, pulling it up and grabbing my own lapel like this, to where now this is mine. You can't really pull this arm back down, and if you want it to. His elbow's trapped between my leg, his arm is tight in here, and I'm using the gi to my advantage. I think a let go of the collar, even if Justin was to reach up and grab his hand here, that's fine, because later down the road, in a couple steps, I'll show you what you can do with that. If Justin's really holding on or being persistent, we'll turn a little bit more of an angle here. What I like to do in this position, my legs draped across Justin, I like to not just post, but I like to grab the gi, the pants. With the gi, you can grab almost everywhere. You just can't go inside the sleeve, grab inside. That's why we do cat's paws. So I like to grab the knee and I like to lean forward, posting on Justin. As I'm doing this, I almost have a straight arm bar here. I bring my leg over and I kick back, pulling his head away to where it's even hard for Justin to keep his hands attached now by just doing this. And I like to sit back slowly, training purposes, and I slowly sit back, and then I can switch my grip to his wrist and then finish the arm bar. Do it again. I'm in my mount position, my hands out to the right. I could have a nice little cross face even, get my hand in his collar. I'm off the center line of Justin so he can't bridge me over so easily. I put my hand in his collar and I come around. Usually what's gonna happen, like I said before, they're gonna anchor down. They're gonna anchor down real hard on that so they can bridge you that way if I'm doing it with this arm. So I'm staying off the center line. I'm going to lean forward and bring my right knee up as far as I can. This left leg is staying tight to Justin. I then bring my hand up and I try to collect his arm. I don't like to collect here. I don't like to have this so much of a hand fight. I like to try to, as much as I can, even if he's holding here, coming down, pulling up, and I'll just grab my gi wherever I can and try to keep him tight. If I'm able to keep crawling it up, I'll hold him tight to it and then bring my left leg, switching from the inside of my heel to the outside of my heel on Justin. I then can switch, letting go of the X choke. I'll let go of the X choke, and I like to grab the gi and lean forward, putting a lot of pressure on Coach Justin here, to where I could bring my right leg over, and I have the straight arm bar, or he gets his hands connected, because this didn't work for me, that's fine. I will sit back, keeping my heels tight, legs squeezed together, and I can grab from the far side elbow, slowly sit back, and get the tap. And that is the S mount and straight arm bar for a mount. What?